What if we used the t-shirt for the sleeves? The crimes I had committed. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. Let me go rummage. I don't know what I'll be capable of today. This feels like a cool person sweatshirt. Oh, hi. Welcome to Sewing Your Studios. I'm Jo, and this week we're rolling right into making a sweatshirt of some kind with an old t-shirt, but we're using the front and back of the t-shirt for the sleeves. So I was in the middle of trying to figure out my last video, which was another t-shirt upcycle. The pattern pieces I wanted to use for the front and back weren't gonna fit. And then I realized like, oh, the sleeve pattern might actually work, especially because the pattern I'm using is the Stella hoodie pattern from Tilly and the Buttons stretch book with some of my own like addendums to the pattern, if that's the right word. The reason I need those sleeves in particular, I guess it doesn't matter, but they're reversible, not reversible, mirrored. They're mirrored. My brain has been very glitchy today. We're just gonna have to deal with it. The sleeve pattern is the same for the front of the sleeve as it is on the back of the sleeve. I didn't have to stress cutting this out. I just laid the pattern over the shirt I want to use and was able to like, I guess fussy cut is the word. This is the upside of using Swedish tracing paper for pattern pieces. It is kind of sheer. It's almost like the webbing or whatever that's on some interfacings, but without the glue attached, you know? Anyways, I've had this shirt for a while. I was at this concert seeing the band Spanish Love Songs, and my husband pointed out, is like, that seems like a you shirt, because it said staying alive out of spite around the edge of the back of the shirt. And listen, I want to appreciate that artwork more, but it's on the back of the shirt. So I don't dislike the front of the shirt. The distant beeping is me having left my coffee mug in the microwave for like the third time this morning. But anyways, I like the shirt, but I don't get to appreciate the graphic if it's on the back. Also, especially for colder months, I always have a layer on over it. So like, I want it to be on better display. And when I was noodling around with my previous t-shirt project, I was like, I need a shirt that has a design on the back and the front to turn into the sleeves. That was like my goal, and this shirt came to mind right away. Happy it's like exactly the right size to work for this plan. So I already have those pieces cut out. I'm really, really excited about it. It was very satisfying cutting these out. I kind of have scrappier pieces for the rest of the sweatshirt. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna make it a hoodie or not. The original pattern is obviously a hoodie, and I'm using at least one, if not now two, hoodies to Frankenstein this together. I don't know why I was making this more difficult on myself, where like, I love color blocking and using scraps and piecing stuff together. So why I was fighting it so hard, doing kind of a chunky color block hodgepodge to put together a bunch of little pieces that'll make one big piece for the front and back panels. I don't know why I was struggling so hard with that. But I have this black hoodie that had some like work patches on it that I took off. One was embroidered so intensely, like right onto the garment, that I just cut it out because the fabric was ruined anyway underneath the embroidery. I was like, well, the rest of the hoodie is fine. So I went through this like very tedious effort to remove the kangaroo pouch on the front of this black hoodie. I spent so long doing it, and I was so careful about it. And I don't even know that I want a kangaroo pocket on this sweatshirt, but I was like, well, I gotta get rid of the original one, and was gonna keep it boring and just use the front and back from this Carhartt hoodie. And then here's me struggling with what I had done, the crimes I had committed. Okay, that took an ungodly amount of time. Also, I forgot how tough it is to cleanly unpick bar tacks without causing holes in a knit. I feel like it's kind of unavoidable. I did unpick from the backside. I was really careful and just trying to catch the stitches and not the fabric. But I think when you're doing so many stitches so close together, it's hard to come back from that unscathed. So obviously I was like, well, either I need to replace it with a kangaroo pocket, which again, I don't really want to do. I was trying to figure out like, well, the bottom half of the front panel now is not super usable. And then I'm gutted about this. A friend of mine is moving, but they're following their dreams or whatever. It's fine. I'm happy for them and proud of them, but it's a bittersweet thing, you know? Like, I'm happy for this friend, but I'm bummed. Anyway, they had a ton of clothes they were getting rid of. Gave me a bunch, and I was like, I'll go through whatever I feel like I can use. I was so good about not keeping too much. I'm very proud of myself because it was all like really good clothes and there were a bunch of shoes and everything. So I did donate that, anything I didn't use. So like the couple items I can show you. Do you want to do a little like haul? I'll show you the things I'm not using for this project because there's like 3 or 4 of them. And then I'll show you the thing I'm using for this project that I think is going to work very nicely. First is this very cool tone green. It's just a plain t-shirt. And I think I can do some things with this for myself. I want to wear this, so we'll do some magic with it. Then there's just this like plain button up that I think could be fun to add a lot of patches to and like zhuzh up and punkify. Then listen, I've never been to Texas. I know it's not only in Texas, but I've never been to a Buc-ee's. But like, look at him, because I think I can come up with something fun for that. And then, oh, I honestly think I'm just going to wear this as is because I like an oversized hoodie, but this is a logo that I like for a brewery in Massachusetts called Mighty Squirrel. The first brewery I ever took Bert to after I adopted him back in 2019 was that brewery. So it's like a special place for me. Ooh, we don't need to cry about the dog now. Also, I just realized it has welt pockets. I've never seen that on a hoodie. It's this style on both sides. I like that a lot. I do like this shade of red. It's like a softer, cooler toned. I don't know how many times I say that I like cool tones, but like this is bright red for me, but something about this specific plaid, like the buffalo plaid with the red, it makes my brain feel good. The thing I ended up keeping for this specific project is this hoodie. It has a logo on the back, but there's still plenty of like usable material around it. The sleeves will be usable. The hood is fine. And there's a small logo on the front, but most of the front is just plain. Using this and the black hoodie, plus these blue and black plaid that matches the blue in the t-shirt, these little sections will go with it. And then I want to pick up the yellow somewhere. Maybe the cuffs can be this. If I was going to do a hood, I was going to have this be the lining, but I don't know that I want a hood. We'll see how we're feeling as we go along. Now I need to start the slightly overwhelming, for some reason, process of piecing this together. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, but I'm feeling a little daunted by it at the moment. And I think I just need to get into it. If I'm just doing, no, we're not doing that. Last video, I was like, it's not like it's going to take me 8 hours. It took me like 2 weeks to make a shirt. So we're not setting those precedents for ourselves. We're just going to see where the day takes us. We are not fully functional these days. And I'm just trying to go with the flow instead of setting expectations that are too high and then getting upset with myself for not meeting them. So I don't know what I'll be capable of today, but we're gonna do what we can do. I like that you can see clearly where they must have put the heat press to get this sublimated or whatever on here. Oh yeah, you can tell on the back too. That's really funny. I can picture the press they had to use for it. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is just cut this up and see how big the pieces are that I can get, and then using this and the black hoodie, patchworking something together, and then filling in with a couple bigger accent colors. Wouldn't it be fun if there was enough fabric in the sleeves from the 2 hoodies to make the front and back? So like the front and back of the t-shirt are the sleeves for this, but using the sleeves to make the front and back. Oh no, did I do these the exact same? It's not a crisis. I was about to be like, ooh, look what I did. I mirrored them. I didn't. I stitched them the same way, but it's fine. It's fine. So, I guess I could have this be the top, maybe. Ooh, actually, okay. So these are my like patchwork panels. right? So I have 2. I thought I had mirrored it so like this was on the left side on one and the right side on the other. That's not what happened. Because I like the idea of half of it being plaid. And then the other half will be like a mix match of the black and the green. Maybe if I just have this on the back, then I'm not really gonna notice it. The things behind me are none of my business. But the green sleeve coming out of here, just the contrast of this being next to this is less exciting. But again, if that's just on the back side, it's none of my business. Maybe we do it that way then. Let me just double check the pattern piece is gonna fit if I lay them out this way. Then I do think, oh, I wish I had yellow fleece. Oh, wait a second. I might, because I have made so many goddamn Howl's Moving Castle cardigans. I say that like people forced me. It's a very cool garment. I'm very proud of that design and everything. It is a nightmare to sew. The cuffs are a bright yellow that I'm gonna make sure match this well enough. I haven't made one of those in a long time, but I for sure have yellow fleece. I must. Let me go rummage. Got 'em. Do I want that? God, this is like, other than the fact they're different materials, it's very, very, very close. This is almost like a little bit more neon almost. Damn, you know what? I think I want the t-shirt. It'll be good to use that up. This has a purpose if I ever make another one of those. I have so much material like cut into strips. I should make more. I am doing one market in May. So if I made a couple for that, wouldn't be the worst thing. I should actually get a list together of like things I want to have at that market. Because it's literally the only one I'm doing. But yeah, I think I am gonna use this for the cuffs and then the bottom band, I guess. Do I even want a bottom band? Because maybe I'm just gonna want to hem it. For some reason, the vision of this one does not show a bottom cuff band like I had on the shirt I made last week or 2 weeks ago. Really like a month ago. So I think just wrist cuffs. So I'm gonna unrummage this and go pack it away. Got these main panels. My serger's out. I did proper seam finishes and everything. I even top stitched the seam allowance down one direction just because it's bulky, because it's sweatshirt material on sweatshirt material. And I'm happy with how it's looking. So it does look like it has Frankenstein stitches. So this one's going to be the back because the green patch will be on top and that'll be behind me. So I don't have to look at it, right? Okay, we're being smart about this. So we snip. Put my fruit punch here. And my coffee here. Also, I just realized like the collar is also gonna have to be out of the yellow, which is fine. I think that's enough of the yellow to satiate my need to include it in the top. I really just don't want a bottom band on this, and I think that solves that problem. Ooh, I almost started cutting up here. Nope, 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 nope. I didn't lay this out well, so it's not on my mat in a helpful way. I don't know if you saw that, but I did almost just knock this over on everything. Why am I like this? Because now I'm going to flip. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. Let's just do this now. So we have a whole cutting surface. Look at that. Ooh, I'm excited. We're doing it. Now this will be the front, which means this was on the right, so now it needs to be on the left. This is on the bottom. We're gonna lay it out on the mat better to start with. I wonder if it'll work out trying to like line these seams up. Oh, maybe. Maybe. That's fun. How cool would it be to have like the perfect seam right here? I like that a lot. Do I put the sleeves in before I do the side seams? That's usually easier. Ooh, which side do I want on my left and my right? You know what? Odds are if I try to decide and I'm like, I definitely want this one on this side, I'm gonna get something messed up and it'll be backwards. So like wherever it ends up is where it ends up. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, let me do the shoulder seams. Then I will attach the sleeves. This is how you know things are serious. I am pressing a knit item. Also, I realized the shirt I was cutting up, the yellow one, also had a collar. So I pilfered that. I did end up hemming the sweatshirt instead of coming up with some other kind of band. And it's so weird seeing the graphic on the sleeves and not on the rest of the top. So I'm excited to try this on. Now that all the like elements are in place, I'm getting excited. For a minute there, I was like, these colors are not doing it for me, but everything together in harmony. Yeah, this is the collar. Not mad about how it came out. Okay, are we ready for the try on and reveal? Okay, so green panel is towards the back. There we go. Now it's laying nicely. Ready? We ready to try it on? Ooh, I think I like the cut of this. I think I've done a good thing. Fun! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. This feels like a good, like, casual, I'm gonna be working at the library or the coffee shop, just like cozy sweatshirt, long sleeve, without being super heavy. And it's not super fitted or anything. I can wear a t-shirt under it plenty comfortably, but I can also definitely put like a hoodie or a jacket over this. I'm not mad about this even a little bit. I'm so glad I added the yellow. The sleeves are so fun. This is bringing me so much joy. The perfect size. Like, look how close these raindrops are to each other, or the tears. They're tears. Look how close they are to each other. Like, it was exactly the right size for this. This feels like a cool person sweatshirt. You know what I mean? This feels like streetwear, I think is the word I'm looking for, which is not how I would describe the things I'm drawn to. And again, this, like, obviously I like blues and blacks, and this green is near the green I like, but the pop of yellow, the way it's played, like, this is making my brain so happy. Leaving the bottom, I think that would have been too much. I think it would have been too much being down here. And this is a great length. It's not super fitted at the bottom. That's not what I wanted from this. I just wanted like a pullover. Oh, let's see how this turned out. Oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. Oh, that looks so good. I love when the seams line up like that. It's so satisfying. And we got it all done today. Can you believe that? It's still, well, okay. I've spent more than one day working on this and filming. Most of the work I did the other day, like I cut out the sleeves, which was an important piece of this, but the rest of the time was just me taking apart a hoodie that I barely even used for this project. I used the sleeves and some scraps from a hoodie I made for someone for a Christmas present a few years ago. The height was exactly the length of the pattern. I couldn't believe it. So the friend who the green sweatshirt was from, his going away party already happened, but I heard he's gonna be at the brewery for like one last hurrah tonight, and I might stop by to say hi and goodbye, and also be like, I already used some stuff, I already did some pilfering. There's a lot of changes in my like community at the moment, and that's just the nature of things. People come and go. Part of growing up, right, is there are seasons to life, and not everyone is here for all of them. This is why it blows my mind how many of you have been around for as long as you have been. Those of you over on Patreon are why I get to do this. Unexplainable how much of a big impact it has on me in a positive sense. I get to noodle around with stuff like this. I never would have prioritized a project like this without having that safety net and just people wanting to see kind of whatever I come up with. That's such a privilege and an honor to get to do that, to get to do this. So thank you everybody for being here, whether you're brand new or you're dropping by for the first time or if you've been here for years. I appreciate you so much. All right, that's gonna do it for me. I will see you back here with a new video in 2 Fridays. Thank you so much for hanging out. I can hear my lungs compress when I wiggle like that. Casual blowtorch. It's a wonder that I can even dress myself in the mornings, honestly. Stop yelling at me.